Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Julia Zuniga and today I'm going to be talking about emotional needs in marketing, okay? So what are emotional needs in marketing exactly? Well, by definition, they're the deliberate use of persuasive messages that tap into human emotion to form a deep connection with the audience towards achieving the desired result. So, what this is trying to tell us is that all of these marketing ads and campaigns that we see all have a hidden message, a persuasive message behind it. It's not coincidence that we're attracted to them. There is a message that has been worked on based on research, and it's meant to persuade people to be interested in a product or service. That's basically what it's trying to tell us. And in this case, those messages are related to emotion in this topic. That's what this is trying to tell us. Now, what why would they want us to be emotionally connected to these ads, right? Ultimately, the desired result for this is for us to purchase, right? Whether it's online, whether it's in person, that's basically what they're trying to get us to do. Now, I want you to think of exactly what motivates you, or what emotion do you usually remember feeling when you buy something, right? We are all different people, and that's why these marketing campaigns are all done for different sets of public. However, they're all meant to motivate us obviously to purchase, right? So what comes to mind when you think about that? And like I said, since we are all different, I think this could be different for everybody. Okay, so some of the examples that I want to bring out here is for us to get a brief understanding quickly of how emotion plays a key in marketing campaigns, right? So, for example, Apple. We all know Apple is one of the most popular brands that exists out there, right? One of the most successful as well. Now, Apple's branding strategy focuses on a desire to become part of a lifestyle movement. So, a lot of us might not even know exactly how this software works, and I'm one of them. I'm not an expert. And sometimes the reason why people even have this is because they want to be part of that group, right? It's the new in, it's the most popular. All my friends have an iWatch now. Everybody has an iPhone. I can't do FaceTime if I don't have, an Apple phone or a computer, whatever the case is. But Apple has that type of marketing campaign. And what is this related to emotion? Well, it's the sense of belonging that's triggering the marketing ad for a lot of people in this case. And what about Nike? Nike obviously is a sports goods brand. Now, as you have seen, we know all these Cinderella stories behind how certain famous sports players, had nothing when they were younger. Nike's campaigns focus a lot on heroism, right? On this person started from humble beginnings through challenges and prevailed against all odds, right? So it's trying to tell us that it's possible to be a sports athlete maybe and come from nothing and be successful, like a lot of these stories we hear. So Nike has a lot of that, right? What about Coke? Coke is obviously one of the more popular brands that we have out there as well, and Coke always has the emotion of family and sharing and happiness. It's always share a feeling, hug me, and most of their campaigns are like that. So then they even make you laugh sometimes when you look at these commercials, right? So that's what Coke is it's about in their marketing campaigns, and for a lot of people it works. So then these examples are very easy to understand because we're familiar with the product, and more than likely we've fallen into them at some point, right? And then I want to give out two different examples of marketing strategies that I came across when I was doing my research for this article. And one of them, which is the first one I have here, has three main points. The first one is that it believes that if companies research enough with their current customer base and look for qualitative descriptions of what motivates their customers regarding freedom, security, success, they will be able to grow that relationship, again, related to emotion. They want companies to research something that's qualitative, that's actually something that has more ground to it, not just numbers, right? Exactly what are the qualities behind the emotion that's keeping these people there, right? Now, another pointer that this campaign has is what is motivating the current group of people to stay with a certain brand, right? So I have a set of people, and this set of people might be one of my larger consumers, and I want to understand what are the emotions related to my product that are keeping them there. Like, what am I advertising that's reaching that, so I can grow that in the rest of my segments that I haven't got to. So identify in a larger group of customers that you have, what are the emotions that are creating that value, and spread it for the rest of the segmentation so you can have more success. And the third one is key motivators. Key motivators for people, identify what are these key motivators and create a different action plan from here, right? And these key motivators are things like sense of freedom or standing out from the rest of the crowd. What am I giving them as motivators for me to generate that impact, right? So find that out. And it all has to do with creating a deeper connection with your customers, because this campaign believes that it's not just about having customers and an entry level where they were interested, but they want customers that create value, because these are the type of customers that will remain with the company for longer. Okay, and the second campaign that I researched is based on core emotions, specifically just core emotions, right? So not so much research of quality, but just these specific emotions that people feel when they purchase a product, right? So why would these have such a big impact in consumer behavior? Well, I'm going to give you an example from what I understand it. Let's say that I don't know, growing up, I had a lot of struggles, and I paid my way to college, and I had to work 2 jobs, and I didn't have a lot of help growing up, etc., from anyone or from my family, or that I didn't, that I didn't have it good when I was younger. And let's say that certain campaigns are looking to raise money for kids, right? They're in the similar situation that you find yourself in years back. So then if they're able to get to connect with that group of people that was in that same situation, it's something that might not be important for anybody else, but if you went through that particular situation where you struggled, then you might want to help out this foundation or this campaign that's raising money, etc., right? So with those type of examples that come from your past and your core are the ways that these campaigns can emotionally connect to you, right? Because we find ourselves identified with a product or service, and that's how we start getting connected to certain type of companies or products. So then that's basically what it's talking about when it talks to the core emotions we feel as human beings: fear, guilt, trust, value, belonging, pleasure, competition, right? Okay, and then this graph was also in one of the articles that I researched, and basically the percentages that we have here from negative 18% to baseline to 13 all the way to plus 52, this measures the customer value that we have in certain customers. So basically what it is telling us is that based on the emotional connection that we have created with people will equal or will bring about the customer value that they have with us. So if we have an emotional connection that is very low, then they might buy one time, but that value might not be 52% because we haven't generated that bigger emotional connection. They believe that as emotional connection grows with a particular set of customers or customer, that so will a customer value. And what the customer value is trying to tell us is the assurance that that customer is going to be with us for longer maybe, or that they're a more loyal customer. So then it definitely has an impact, the amount of emotional connection that each customer feels with us. And so in conclusion, from everything we've seen, I believe ultimately customers want to feel happy with the purchase or decision making. And these strategies that focus on emotion will or can fulfill that sensation for customers. This is the reason why they're so successful, these campaigns that focus on that emotion, because it's not just about, oh, I bought the purse I wanted. Well, it's not just about that. If that campaign can teach you that you deserve that purse because you work so hard for it, and you feel yourself identified with that emotion, then it's going to be a much bigger sensation. So that's basically what, everything related to emotions is trying to tell us when it comes to marketing. The deeper you connect with your customer, the greater value that would generate in that relationship. As we saw in the previous slide, the deeper connection you find with a particular set of customer or customers, then that value for that customer in your company is going to grow as well, which means that they will probably become more loyal customers because you found that connection with them, right? So, and that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it.